Hi, have you ever wondered how the network actually works behind the screen? How does your phone or computer know how to reach Google, Facebook, TikTok or YouTube in just seconds? In this video, I'll break down the core concept of computer networking in a very simple way. We will cover computer networks, IP addresses, DNS, ports, protocols, and ARPs. By the end, you will understand the building block of the internet, the same knowledge used in cybersecurity and ethical hacking. Firstly, I will start with computer network. Computer network is simply two or more devices connected together to share information. If you connect two laptops with a cable and send files, that is one network. But if you connected millions of devices worldwide, that's the internet. There are two main types of network, which are LAN and WAN. LAN, local area network, like the Wi-Fi in your houses or offices. WAN, wide area network, large networks spread across cities and countries. The internet itself is the biggest example of WAN. Every device connected to a network needs an identifier, just like your home has an address. That identifier is called an IP address. In simple terms, we identify IP address as the phone number of a computer or device. There are two versions of IP addresses, which are IPv4, which include numbers like 192.168.1.1. They are the most common IP addresses. While second one, we have IPv6, which has longer, more complex design for the future. Without an IP address, devices cannot send or receive information. In Linux operating system, just like Ubuntu or Kali, you can just go direct to your terminal and type in the command IPADDR. Then you press enter. You will see the IP address of your computer. Also, typing 142.250.190.14 is hard, and that's actual Google's IP address. That's where DNS, dominant name system, comes in. It's like the phone book of the internet. In simple terms, DNS is referred to as the contact list that remembers name instead of numbers. When you type google.com in your browser, DNS translates it into the correct IP address that connects you to the right server. You can test this on Ubuntu terminal by just typing in the command nslookup google.com, and it will show the IP address behind the dominant name. Imagine your computer as a house with thousands of doors. Those doors are called ports. Each port is used for different devices. For example, port 80 represents website, which is HTTP. Port 443 represents secure website, which is HTTPS. Port 22 represents secure shell, which is SSH. Port 25 represents email, which is SMTP. Now, protocol serve as the language used to spoken through those doors. Example, HTTP used for web browsing, FTP used for file transfer, TCP/UDP used for two different ways device communication. So ports are the doors while protocols are the rules of communication. Finally, let's talk about ARP, full meaning Address Resolution Protocol. Think of it like this: your IP address is your street address, your MAC address is your exact house address. When a device wants to send data, it first finds the IP address, then ARP match that IP address to the correct MAC address so that the data knows exactly where to go. On Ubuntu, you can type ARP/A to see your local ARP table. That's a list of IP addresses and their matching MAC addresses. So that's the foundation of networking. Networks connect devices. IP addresses identify them. DNS translates names to numbers. Port and protocols control how data flows, and ARP makes sure data reaches the right machine. This is the base of everything in cybersecurity and ethical hacking. If you find my video helpful, like, subscribe, and follow me for more beginners-friendly tutorials on networking and all other stuffs partaking cybersecurity and ethical hacking. If you have any question, don't hesitate to come to me, DM me, or drop your comment. Always yours, Al Sadiq Tech, signing out.